Hello everyone, welcome back to Every Heart Can Dance. This is Kyryl, and today I'll be starting a new mini-series called Your Body, Your Orchestra. And as you already can see from the name, we'll be imagining our body being one big orchestra, and our separate body parts are different instruments that are playing in concert and coordination with each other. Those instruments can play at the same time or simultaneously, or they can play separately. They can play dynamically and very strongly, or they can be very quiet and very soft. So the main idea for us is to deepen the awareness of our body and expand the system of our movement. So not only we can become a better dancer, but also have much more happier, healthier, and more functional lives. And today I will share with you 3 super simple arm-to-body connection exercises that will help you to become much more comfortable in moving your arms and creating bigger volume and flexibility. Alrighty guys, the very first step for us is to warm our body up. And we're going to start with our shoulders first. All we're going to do is just lift them up and drop them down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Very simple. We're going to roll them now. Up and roll, up and roll, up and roll, up and roll. We're going to roll forward, and 2, and 3, and 4. We're going to roll them one at a time. 1, 2, and 2, 2. Back and forward. Very simple, very easy warm-up exercise just to get some circulation, some movement into our shoulder joint. Number 2 step for us is to warm our body up, and please watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to open my feet apart, soften the knees, a little squat. I'm going to place my hands on the hips, and I'm going to try to keep my arms and elbows as steady as possible. Moving a little bit is okay, just as a reaction, and we're going to try to push our ribs forward as much as we can. And then we're going to take the ribs back as much as we can and move our spine back. And forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. Step number 1 for the body. Number 2, imagine that somebody is poking us here and we're going to be stretching. So squeezing this part, stretching this part. Poking here and stretching to the side, and we're coming back. And again, we have poke from the other side, squeeze here, stretch here. Squeeze and stretch and come back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. And now we're going to try to create a circle with it. We're going to go forward, side, back, side. Forward, side, back, side. I'm going to do the other side as well. Forward, side, back, side. Forward, side, back, side. You can create a bit more bigger circle, a bit more smoother circle, but for now, just to keep the movement into it, even if it's a small movement. If you have a hard time moving it, visualize it. Okay? That's a step 1. And the more you practice it, the more you play with it, the easier it becomes. Next is actual core of today's class. Exercises that will allow connect our arm and body together and create a bigger volume of the movement. All right, please watch me. All I'm going to do, I'm just going to put my arm in front, but I'll make sure that my shoulder is still pressing down and elbows slightly flexed. So our shoulders and elbows always belong to us. We never give it out like this, because that would disconnect our arm from the body. Even when we straighten the elbow, the shoulder is pressing down. So there is kind of resistance, one part of the arm going this way, the other wants to stay with the body. Very, very important. So I'm going to just place it like this, and instead of moving the arm only, I'm going to move my arm with my body. So imagine there's a tabletop in front of you and you want to dust it. You want to just clean the dust of it. But not by moving the arm itself, but by starting with the body, just like we did earlier. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. So the idea is the body starts, the arm follows, body goes back, arm comes back. Forward and back, and forward and back. That's exercise number 1. You can go the other direction as well. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Please make sure that your body is going, arm is following. Body is going, arm is following. Body stretching, arm is stretching, body is going back, arm is coming. And this is the feeling, this is the idea of the exercise number 1. Very small, quite restricted movement because our body action is very small right now. We opposite need to have this exercise to keep it quite compact. Don't make it too big. The idea again to connect our body and arm into one. All right? For the exercise number 2, the idea is the same. We're going to start in the same position. Shoulder still belongs to the body, but we're going to squeeze these ribs in here, and we're going to stretch the side. Arm is dropping to the lowest point down, and we're going to move it a little bit more even to diagonal here. From this point, I'm going to start squeezing this side and stretching the side with my ribs. So I'm squeezing here and starting to stretch, and that's my arm is following that. So I'm still stretching as much as possible on this side to go around and come back over. And now from here, I'm going to be starting again. Squeeze it to lower down and move it. Change my side to go around on the other one. Again, squeeze this side, arm is following. So whatever your body is doing, your arm is extending and expanding. Yeah, so the volume of the arm will depend not only what you do with the arm, but what happens within your body as well. Yeah, and of course we can go the other way. We can squeeze this side, stretch. That would lead in our arm stretching. Now we're going to turn it a little bit to this side. We stretch it to this diagonal, and we start squeezing it that to lower down. This side will stretch. So the idea is the same. Yeah, imagine it's like a window cleaning exercise. One way or the other way. But the idea is still from the body you stretch. Alrighty? The idea for the third exercise that is called a wheel is exactly the same as we did in the first two. So we did the table, then we did the window, and now we're going to do a wheel. The idea that we stretch the side or squeeze the side in order to move the arm is staying. So we're going to stretch the side this time. The arm will follow up, and when the arm is up, we're going to turn our body. So arm appears slightly behind us. We're going to squeeze the side. Arm start lowering, we're putting it down, and when we're starting to bring up, our side is stretching to bring that up. And turn, we lower it, squeezing it, lifting it. Turn, squeeze it to lower, stretch it, squeeze this side, stretch this side to lift it up. Again, the main idea that our body is ruling the arm movement, and that's what creates that big, big volume, not just by moving the arm itself. Same idea, we can go both directions. We can go back and bring it forward, squeeze it, and move it down. Squeeze this side, stretch this one to lift it up, turn the body to move it forward, and 1, and 2. And we can go the other way and stretch it up, turn the body. Squeeze to lower, stretch it to lift it. That's it. This is the exercise number 3. To summarize everything we've done today, the 3 exercises that we had table, window, and the wheel. We'll start with arm in front, and we'll start moving from the body, cleaning table, and the arm is following. We can change the direction, go to the other side. Now we can move into the window exercise. Again, coming from the ribs, stretching as far as you can, farthest point, lowest point, the way forward point, the highest point. You can change the direction. You can turn the body in here a little bit, so the arm not just staying like this. So turn it a little bit to stretch more, but just as long as you're keeping your spine straight, that's the key. And the same for the wheel. We can go forward, or we can take our arm back. Yeah, same idea with the other arm. Exactly same. You might feel a little bit more awkward with the left one if you're right-handed, and vice versa. So one side, cleaning table, moving from the body, and wheel. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the window. Window cleaning, window, and moving into the wheel. And any direction you would like to have it. Try to work on both arms. Try to work on the one that is less comfortable, that will be more important. Where would you use it, you might ask? For example, sliding doors, either for leads or for follows, One, for example, a lady's going back, and the arm is stretching and over, small table. Or we can take it back. Back, stretching with the side, bring it forward, and small table. For leads, the same idea. The elbow can go either back to open, to lower and close, or it can go forward, and 2, and 3, and forward. So many options we can use. This is just one example, is one figure sliding door, but there are other movements. In particular, the higher you go and the more figures you learn, the more you'll be able to apply it. And here it is, guys. Those were 3 simple exercises how to connect body and arms together so you can create much bigger volume of the body. I have specifically chosen these exercises because they're most commonly used when we dance, but in everyday lives, most of the time we're keeping our arms quite low in the bottom part of the body. Just when we're reaching something in the top shelf, maybe then. So these joints or the position of the body becoming much more tighter and less functional. So hopefully through these exercises, you'll be able to expand the volume and the range of your movement. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for following. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I will be more than happy to respond to them. Please subscribe, like it, share it, and I will see you next time. Bye now.